Let's talk about the story of Katlego Moribe, a lawyer who operated out of the Northern Cape, and he surely has a very complicated background. The people who loved him remember him as a skilled attorney and someone who was very fond of God. But after his death, that's when the truth started to surface. Accusations that Katlego was a very corrupt lawyer who scammed Road Accident Fund clients millions of rands, and some of his clients happened to disappear without a trace. His end was a violent one, which proved that he had enemies who despised him enough to want him gone for good. Let's go even deeper to the controversial life of Katlego Moribe. Katlego Moribe was a lawyer for the small town of Vryburg in the Northern West. He graduated from the Northwest University in 2011 and began his legal career as an attorney at a firm in Pretoria. But Moribe was more than just a lawyer. He was a businessman. In 2017, he returned to the Northwest to open his own legal firm, Moribe Attorneys. His practice handled divorce cases, medical negligence, debt counseling, police brutality, and unlawful arrests. But the Road Accident Fund clients were his main priority. On the side, Moribe also ran a tombstone business from the same premises as his law firm. I mean, this guy was driving luxury cars, living in a luxury house, and going out to fancy places. But all this success came with shadows. Rumors began to follow. Some accused him of being a shady lawyer who stole clients' funds. One post on social media even claimed that he was the one last seen with a client who had received millions from the road accident funds. The same client who mysteriously disappeared. According to the family, the payouts never reached them, and Katlego denied any involvement or even knowing what happened. But online, some people claim that this is something that he usually does. In March 2024, his firm was drowning in debts that Katlego couldn't repay. Creditors took him to court, in which the judge ordered the creditors to seize assets equal to the debts from his firm and tombstone business. Katlego fought back in court, claiming that the other items belonged to his tombstone business and not the law firm. But the judge wasn't convinced, as both companies operated from the same building with the same owner. Katlego's legal troubles did not stop there. In 2023, a woman named Mashele hired Moribe attorneys for her road accident fund claim. But instead of handling the matter himself, Katlego subcontracted it to another law firm. The court ordered the road accident fund to pay Mashele 1.9 million rands plus 200,000 for legal fees. The hired firm took their share and transferred the remaining amount to Moribe attorneys. When Mashele asked for her payout, Katlego began dodging her calls and avoiding her. She then went to court to terminate the contract with Moribe attorneys, but the court ruled against her, saying that the money had already been paid and she must recover it directly from her lawyers. Katlego continued to dodge her until she went to the Supreme Court, and finally they ordered him to pay her back. Up to this day, there's no public record proving that she ever got her money back. In March 2024, the CFO of Ratlo municipality was suspended. To fight the suspension, he hired Moribe attorneys, arguing the decision was unlawful. Katlego arrived at the municipality with his client, ready to challenge the matter, but the municipal manager wasn't buying it. Instead, he wanted them out of the building immediately. Katlego then started insulting him in front of his staff. When the manager called security to escort them out, Katlego continued to insult the manager, making sure that the man that hired him loses his job.
Okay. Mara, mutsenisi arwai lorin sakai. Why? Ako nga spot ulit ring ruha siya nakot talaga. Bisa mo police mala because I can tell it's not going to end up nice. Bisa mo police. Like ano ba? Bisa mo.
No, not for little.
Foi on what ground? Foi. Okay, I think like man, put off for because for doing very care like I am must balance.
So, but how allowed to get
why? Yeah, give me something that says he's not allowed. Just want to scoop up.
No, but we cannot without permission.
Without permission, I got the permission. I'm a public member to be in the municipality to come and talk to the CFO. The public member,
In June 2025, Katlego stopped by at ABSAZAJJ hostel with his friend. Katlego went in when out of nowhere, two men appeared and gunned him down with 9 shots. His friend on the other hand ducked in the car. When he was later questioned by the police, he said that it all happened too fast and he never got the chance to take a good look at the shooters. As news of Katlego's death started to spread, social media was filled with accusations and people began sharing stories of how they've been victims of Katlego's criminal activities. Many described him as a conman who allegedly stole road accident fund payouts from clients. Others described him as a greedy lawyer, with some stating that this was karma for the hits that he was behind. Police had no leads, but few days later, 3 suspects were arrested near Vryburg. Illegal firearms were found on the premises where they were caught, yet the motives behind the killing remain unclear and the case is still in court. Katlego may have been loved by those close to him, but the accusations against him are impossible to ignore. Lawyers can be some of the worst offenders when it comes to exploiting people's lack of legal knowledge, taking advantage and in some cases stealing their money. Katlego was never formally charged with defrauding clients or the assassinations he was accused of. But just because he was never caught committing these crimes doesn't mean that they didn't happen. To his critic, his death was the justice that many await. Beyond the fraud allegations, Katlego's pride and disrespect left a bitter taste. Some even believe that the incident with the municipal manager was personal and he wanted to spark revenge, wondering if the municipal manager himself might have had a hand in his death. My name is Jay and this is Moment in Future, pulling you into the truth.